Hello and welcome to our step-by-step how-to video. I'm Candace, a contract manager. Today I'll show you how to move multiple contracts from one workflow status to another using the Mass Workflow Transition feature in Nakisa Portfolio Management. To begin, I'll show you how to access the Action Center to view contracts. Then I'll create and execute a mass transition job. Finally, I'll show you how to view the job results. Let's start with accessing the Action Center. From the landing page in Portfolio Management, I'll open the Action Center. In the Contracts section, I see that there's multiple contracts marked as Draft. I'll click on the status to open the list of contracts. Here, I can view the complete list of contracts that are in draft status. I want to move these contracts to approved status. Manually moving each contract can be too time-consuming, so instead, I'll use the Mass Workflow Transition tool to perform this action efficiently. Now let's create a mass transition job. From the main menu, I'll select Mass Operations, and then click on Mass Transitions within the Mass Transition Management section. On the Mass Transition Management page, I can view all previously created transition jobs. To create a new one, I'll click the New Transition button. The Create Mass Transition pop-up opens, allowing me to assign a name to this transition job. The Entity Type field is set to Contract by default and cannot be changed, as mass transitions currently only apply to contracts. In this step, you'll notice two important fields: From State and To State. The From State indicates the current status of the contract, while the To State specifies the new status that the contract will transition to. In this instance, I will choose Draft for the From State and Approved for the To State field. After making my selections, I'll click Save. Now I'm redirected to the Mass Transition page, which lists all contracts currently in draft status. Now, let's move forward and execute the workflow transition job. The Include Contract Versions checkbox is selected by default and allows me to include contract versions matching my From State in the job. For this job, I'll unselect it to include only Inception contracts. I click Preview to update the list of contracts based on my updated filters. Next, I'll choose the contracts I wish to transfer by selecting the contracts from the table. With all my contracts selected, I'll click on Execute. I click OK to confirm the job, which will instantly update the status of all selected contracts from draft to approved. Let's assess the results of the transition job. After execution, I can see a summary of the job, including the number of successful and failed records. For the failed records, I can click the link to review the information in the contract rent table and fix the errors. And that's how you can efficiently move multiple contracts from one workflow state to another using Mass Workflow Transition in Nakisa Portfolio Management. Thank you for watching.